pasó, Domingo?
Yo soy aquí, let's get 'em. Let's get 'em. LA to Brooklyn, let's go.
Ajá. Ya tú sabes quién llegó otra vez. Soy el MC. Ajá. Ya tú sabes quién llegó otra vez. Soy el MC. Ajá.
Music has been in my life, you know, since the day I was born. I was 6 years old, sleeping on, you know, restaurant, club, furniture. My dad was playing the congas and the bongos, and, you know, it was nothing for me. I've always been around music, and it's my love, so it's my way. I always say music is my therapy. You know, I'm just really trying to combine my roots, where I've been, all the places that I've lived. I grew up as a military brat. Lived in Oklahoma, lived in North Carolina, lived in Wisconsin. I lived in Germany for 4.5 years. I also went to school several times in Puerto Rico, where I picked up a lot of the culture.
So remember, we going English and Latino, we taking it over.
You know, with this, I want to create some awareness. I want to show people that, you know, you could really bring 2 languages together and really, you know, transcend them to make really great music. And, you know, I'm trying to be creative. I'm working with a great team of people, and so far it's been a blessing.
This is Domingo, originally from East New York, Brooklyn. Been in the music game 20 years, strong.
The illest Latin produced right, Domingo.
I came up on the Marley Marl. Marley Marl discovered me back in 1987. Did Dream Shatterer on Capital Punishment. KRS-One, I did the MC. Fat Joe, I did Success. Flo Joe Part 2. And I produced numerous records that you probably know and be like, oh shit, I didn't know you did that. I know Remynd since, what, about 4 or 5 years now. And I knew him when he was living in Chicago. I met him through my man Chris Hay at Borgata Records. And you know, I liked his whole aura back then and just stood in touch with him. You know, you can be a Latin artist, but if you ain't incorporating Latin, I don't know what you calling it. You know, and me and Remynd understand that whole thing. We had that understanding from the first conversation we had about this project. So, and that's how we put our best foot forward.
Easy Mo B. A lot of people, they know me for Ready to Die, know me for Flavor in Your Ear, plus 3 other songs on Craig Mack album, Busta Rhymes, Everything Remains Raw, The Lost Boys, The Diary of Alicia Keys album, LL Cool J, Public Enemy, Queen Latifah, Dougie Fresh. We've been doing it that long. Oh, how I could forget my man that put me on, put me in the game, Big Daddy Kane, for sure. He came up with a real interesting track, man. What he got going on is, it kind of remind me of like the exchange and the switch off, like Biggie had going on in Warning. But it's actually him speaking in English to this kid that's speaking back to him in Spanish, and he's telling the dude that's speaking in Spanish, like, yo, you should listen to this dude, man. And he's like, nah. He's giving him every reason in the book, like why he shouldn't listen to him. You hear the record, it's a real interesting record, man.
Jay Fiedler, I'm a former NFL football player, quarterback. Played with Miami Dolphins, New York Jets, among some other teams. And transitioned myself into the music industry now on JBF Entertainment. You know, I got introduced to Remynd by mutual friend who I knew when I was with the Miami Dolphins, who's working with Remynd right now. He brought him up to New York a couple months ago to introduce him to me and show me a couple of things that he's worked on in the past. And yeah, I thought that he was just a tremendously creative artist. You know, a guy who could write tremendous lyrics, write great songs, and you know, you get him with the right producers, and you got something big there.
Check it out. We rap. Check it out. Camera. Coming through.
It's not my fault. I got the weirdest job in the world.
E-Bass. You know what I'm saying? Eric E-Bass Johnson. I started working with Kanye back in like '03. Before that, like I said, I was working with Puff. You know, doing some stuff with Just Blaze, working with him, working with Rockefeller. That was like my major work. Well, my partner Nick, you know what I'm saying, he pulled me in, you know, to the situation with Remynd. He was like, he had this kid that he wanted me to hear, see if I wanted to work with him. I was like, I don't know, check him out. You know, I was like, I heard him and I was interested. I was like, yo, I think I got a joint for you, the Naked Window Watcher. The concept is, the brother's on like, he's like a superhero basically, but his superhero, you know, his character is, he's the window watcher.
I know you see me looking at your TV, climbing up your walls and I'm coming up your ceilings. I'm in your bedroom, even in your shower, cause I'm your friendly neighborhood window washer.